Hi, my name is Albert Flores, and I'm with West Hills College, here to teach incoming students about the function of the heart. This is a diagram of the heart and the lungs. This is the right atrium. This is the right ventricle. This is the left atrium, and this is the left ventricle. These are four valves. This is the tricuspid valve. This is the bicuspid valve, or the mitral valve. These two here are semilunar valves. This semilunar valve opens towards the pulmonary artery. And this semilunar valve opens and leads into the aorta. Now, during the diastolic phase, the heart is at rest, and these valves remain open, allowing blood to enter and fill the ventricle with blood. Once the pressure rises, these valves close. Once the valves close, it allows the pressure to continue. Once pressure builds up, the semilunar valve has enough pressure built up that it allows the blood to eject into the pulmonary artery from the ventricles. The ventricles work at about the same time, so they're filling up around the same time. So once the blood is ejected into the pulmonary artery, it goes towards your lungs, where it passes through the capillaries, and oxygen is exchanged, and oxygen-rich blood returns through the pulmonary veins into your left aorta. Your left aorta then is in the diastolic phase because it's resting, which allows the ventricle to fill back up with blood again, and it is ejected back into the aorta. During the contraction is called the systolic phase. So, the heart also has a few more areas. This is the septum. Now, there is a SA node, which is above the right atrium. And there's an AV node around that area too, in the muscles. This SA node sends a signal to the AV node, which there's about a split-second delay. From that split-second delay, that AV node sends the signal through the heart to the bundle of His. The bundle of His travels down the septum into the Purkinje fibers, which cause the hearts to contract. This is called the pacemaker of the heart. The SA node is the pacemaker of the heart. The normal heart rate is 120 systolic over 80, which is the diastolic. Now, the importance of knowing your normal heart rate and checking a heart rate is to find out during an emergency situation if there's enough blood being pumped throughout your body to keep the vital organs alive. It also allows a doctor to maybe have some idea of what may be wrong, whether it's palpitations in your heart or not. So let's check. There are other things also that may cause your heart rate to increase. So once your heart rate is increased, can be bad, because where this gases and oxygen are exchanged, there's smaller veins, capillaries, that with continuous high blood pressure can damage and cause to sickness and maybe even death. Some of the things that cause your heart rate to rise can be found in the lunches you eat or the snacks you eat throughout your day. Let's check with some students to see what they have for their lunch. Hi, students. I'm with West Hills, and we're learning about heart function and your heart rate. Can you show us what you're having for your lunch?
Yup. I got some Pepsi and I got some cinnamon rolls with some candy corn and Reese's Pieces.
And I got red vines with monsters. And it tastes yummy too.
I got Reese's Pieces and Red Bull. You want some? My mom packed it just for me.
Oh, all of those things will make your heart rate go up. To keep your heart rate at a normal, you should eat a little bit more healthy and drink water and exercise throughout the day. Let me show you how we can check your pulse. So this would be how to check the pulse in your upper extremity. We'll be using the carotid artery. Place 2 fingers right on the carotid artery and count for 15 seconds. Once you got the number of beats in 15 seconds, stop and multiply by 4, and you'll figure out how many beats you had in a minute. The lower extremity pulse will be right behind the knee and the popliteal artery. You hold it, find the beat, count for 15 seconds, count how many beats are in 15 seconds, stop and multiply that by 4, and that'll give you your pulse for a whole minute. Now, like I said before, the reason they do this is to find out if your heart is pumping enough blood throughout your body in case there was an emergency situation.